Hello, Stampers, and welcome to another episode of Make It Monday with me, your host, Laura Buechler of Inkyfingers Papercrafting. Pleased to be here with you again, as I am every Monday afternoon, to share with you and remind you that creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. We've already got Suzanne with us in the house. Hey, Suzanne. Suzanne dropped me a comment before the stream even went live, and I didn't even know you could do that. Very cool. Let's get started with what we're doing today. We are going to make two beautiful cards. I'm calling this one card two ways, and we are using the gorgeous Moonlit Flora Suite, which is from this awesome new catalog from Stampin Up, the May to August 2026 catalog. If you don't have a catalog and you would like one, just drop me a comment and I'll make sure to get one to you. We are going to be using this suite. It's on page 34, 35 of the catalog. And just look at this gorgeous paper. I'm going to show you all the paper a little bit later. It also comes with a embossing folder, a bundle, and some stunning embellishments. All right, let's get started. Yes, this is one of my favorite suites in the new catalog, and I could not wait to start playing with it. Did you know, by the way, that demonstrators get to access and order from the new catalogs a month early, sometimes even more than a month? So if you've been thinking about becoming a demonstrator and getting early access to all those fun goodies, now is a great time to join, because you actually can get the 5 new in-color ink pads. Quick little demo of the 5 new in-color ink pads, magnetic ink pads. You can get them for free when you join as a demonstrator before May 31st. Okay, so our first step is to do some embossing. So I'm going to bring in my beautiful Suzy machine. Let's zoom out here. And I have got the Fern and Flora 3D embossing folder. Isn't this gorgeous? So detailed, so stunning. And I can't quite do both of these card mats at the same time. We're going to do one in Mossy Meadow and one in Basic White. And you can let me know as I'm making these two cards if you have a preference for one or the other. They're really ultimately the same card, same layout. The only thing that's different is the colors, really. Okay, I'm going to do this one. And then after this piece, we are done with Suzy. And we can move on to Will, who fits much more neatly on the desk. Okay, so we have the Basic White embossing and the Mossy Meadow embossing. Both gorgeous. Thank you, Suzy. Suzy can take a break. Okay, now we have two beautiful card bases. These are both cut from Secret Sea, which is one of my favorite in colors of the year. Just a really, really deep blue. I find it super gorgeous. I can't help it. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal to attach both of these. So yes, as I was saying, there's a join special on right now. There's so many perks to joining as a demonstrator. Of course, early access to products is just one of them. Access to demonstrator-only events and resources is another one. The ability to earn a discount or commission is another. You get a 20% discount right away when you join. So when you get your starter kit here in Canada, it costs $135, and you get $165 worth of product. Plus, as I said, you get the in-color ink pads free. Or you can choose, if you don't want the ink pads, or maybe you already have them, you can choose to just get another $50 worth of product of your choice for free. Speaking of product of your choice, that is what your starter kit is filled with, is product of your choice. Lots of direct sales companies, the starter kit is a specific set of items, and that's what you get when you join. But with Stampin' Up, you get to choose. So that's a pretty nice perk too. Okay, so I have 2 pieces here of the stunning Moonlit Flora Designer Series paper. And it's just a 2 by 5¼ inch strip that I'm adding on here. And I want to take a moment to show you the beautiful paper. Oh my goodness. Okay, so many gorgeous designs. You can see why this one grabbed my attention right away. I love the dark backgrounds and the foliage images, and then these pops of color with, for example, the soft sea foam and the golden glow. That's one of our new in colors, is that golden glow. And then the B sides have these lovely patterns, perfect for masculine cards, perfect for spring projects. There's another look at that golden glow. And I just want to show the golden glow on the flowers. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there we go. Golden glow flowers. So the full pack of the Designer Series paper, it's obviously a 12 by 12 inch Designer Series paper. And you get 12 pieces, all double-sided. So lots of options. Okay, Suzanne is reminding me you earn reward points. Yes, you earn reward points, though, as a demonstrator or as a customer. Any Stampin' Up! Customer, any Stampin' Up! Purchase that you make that is $25 or more, you will earn reward points that you can redeem on a later order. So pretty awesome deal. If you have not checked out Stampin' Rewards yet, make sure you do. Okay, so I've got Will in here. We're going to do some die cutting to get some beautiful ferns to decorate our cards. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to just let you all know. Let's see. Let's put this banner up here. There we go. I have got a virtual class available right now on my website featuring this bundle. So if you're looking at this Fern and Flora bundle thinking, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous, I want more inspiration with this bundle, you can absolutely get that at my website, inkyfingers.ca/on-demand. I've got a virtual class featuring this bundle with 16 video tutorials by talented demonstrators from all over the world, and you will get to make 16 different projects. Now, how do you get this bundle? You can place a Stampin' Up! Order with me this month of $99 or more, or you can just go to that website, inkyfingers.ca/on-demand, and you can buy it. You can buy the tutorial bundle directly from me for only $41. What a great deal, right? Okay, let's see. So I have got, you've seen me doing some die cutting here. I have put adhesive sheet on the back of this cardstock to help me cut out these ferns, because then as I cut them out, they're going to be stickers, and that will make it so easy to attach them to my card. So I'm going to put that one there. And I'm cutting so many ferns because I'm making 2 cards at a time, right? There we go. But my little mini machine, whom I call Will, he can handle quite a lot of die cutting. Where there's a will, there's a way, as my friend Mark and I always say. And so I've got my handy dandy Will here. He sits on my desk all the time to help me out with my die cutting. Okay, I love these ferns, by the way. If you are from the West Coast, which I am, you might also be a big fan of these ferns. I just feel like they remind me of my childhood. I grew up near a forested area and would walk by and sometimes through the forest on a very regular basis. So seeing these ferns, particularly the one I'm about to cut out now, the fiddlehead, I just love it. It just reminds me of that quiet peacefulness in the forest, and the soft pine-covered steps, pine needle-covered steps that you would take on the path. I don't know. There's something about it that just puts me in a good frame of mind. So these ferns for me are very evocative of those memories. Okay, so I've got my adhesive sheet on here now. I'm going to put the little fiddlehead fern die right at the top where I've put my adhesive sheet. And then I've also got this little label die, and I'm going to put that on a different part of the cardstock because I don't particularly need the adhesive sheet on that part. It's okay if it ends up there, but mostly I need it on the fiddlehead. Okay. And I think that's all our die cutting. So let's will away off to the side and have a look at what we've got so far. Okay, we've finished with these two dies. This one needs a little bit of work with the brush tip. The brush tip here is another, what do you call it? It's one of those interchangeable tips that you can get for the Take Your Pick tool. So I like to rub it back and forth like so. That did the trick, actually. Another thing you can do is use the pokey end to poke through these little holes, which are called, they have a name, ejection holes. I learned that recently, and I thought, that's so awesome that they have a name, and now I know it. So you can bet I'm going to try and use that name whenever I can. Okay, so we've got a soft seafoam fiddlehead. We've got a medium-sized old olive fern. We've got a large size old olive fern. I'm just kind of giving this paper a tug to check whether I'm going to be able to pull this fern out when the time comes. Look at that. It's ready to come out. No problem. I've got a white medium-sized fern. I've got a large, did I say white medium? Yes, I did. Now I've got a large white fern. Okay. Whew. Looks messy, but it's going to work. I've got a little soft seafoam label, and I need another label for my other card. I'm going to use this new punch, the rounded rectangle punch. Isn't this fantastic? I can just see that I'm going to be using this a ton in my craft room because look at what a great little size that punch is for your sentiments and so on, right? Okay, and I've got my two fabulous cards ready to be decorated. So I think what I want to do next is stamp my sentiments. I want to get my Stampin' Pierce mat because we're going to be using photopolymer stamps. Of course, that is Stampin' Up! Is converting all of their stamp sets to photopolymer stamps now. So that's all that we're able to get is photopolymer stamps, which I have no complaints about because, man, I love being able to see through my block, being able to see through my stamp, and putting it exactly where I want it to be. So with Mossy Meadow ink, I've got Thankful for You on my little seafoam label. And then on the rounded rectangle that I punched, I'm going to put You Make the World a Better Place. And I'm going to go one step further here and add some sponge daubing around the edge. That doesn't look too exciting now, but when you put it down on the card, look at how it really pops. For comparison, here's the sample card I made earlier, and I did not do sponge daubing on that, so it looks quite different, doesn't it? I'll show again the two cards in comparison once I have finished them both, and you can let me know what you think. All right, let's start with this one. I want to put some ribbon on the back of this sentiment. So first thing I'm going to do is add some adhesive. And I have got a little piece of Golden Glow ribbon. And I'm just going to make what I call a swoosh. I've also heard it called a faux bow, as in a false bow. I don't know. I call it a swoosh or a swooshy. And it's just a series of loops, and it kind of goes up and down. So it goes from one end to a loop, to another loop, to the other end. And that's it. And the ribbon just sticks right on there because I've put adhesive everywhere. And then I can grab some dimensionals and get ready to attach it to the card. But before I attach it to the card, I want to figure out where my ferns are going. So this is the card with the white background, and we are going to use the white ferns. Okay. Now, just like we did before attaching the adhesive sheet to the white cardstock to begin with, we just want to remove the backing. And now this is all sticky. I've turned this into a sticker by adding the adhesive sheet before die cutting. So I'm going to pop that onto there. And then I'm going to get my little fern, or medium-sized fern, I guess. Peel off the backing and put that like so. All right, time to take my dimensional backings off and pop my sentiment right onto the card, kind of over the bottom of the ferns. So that one says, "You make the world a better place." Let's move over to this one now. We're going to do very much the same thing, but no ribbon this time. I'm going to start just by putting on the ferns. And I want this fiddlehead one to go next. There we go. And finally this one. And this is going to go over here. And now I'm just going to put some dimensionals on this little label. And it's going to pop right onto my card. All right, what step am I missing here, folks? The final step with any card, you've got to add some bling. If you like it, then you got to put some bling on it. And if you don't like it, you should put some bling on it too. Now, these embellishments, the Dewdrops embellishments, are the ones that are included in the Moonlit Flora Suite. And they are so pretty. So they are coordinating colors. We've got the Secret Sea, the Old Olive, and then these clear dots, which I love. I love clear dots. I could put them on everything. So I'm just going to add 3 embellishments to each card in a variety of colors. Oops. Put that one right there. Yeah. And green and blue and white over here. All right, so there's my 2 finished cards. Can you see how the 2 cards are basically the same? Same layout, same materials, a little bit different sentiment, a little bit different colors. But basically, you just learned how to make 2 different cards with just one layout. Fantastic, right? Okay, I want to show you again the difference between having the sponge daubing around the sentiment versus not. Quite a difference, right? What do you think? Let me know. Do you prefer it with the sponge daubing or without? And what a difference these 2 card layouts make, right? The dark versus light. This is more of a, well, obviously it's got a white on white scenario, and this one has different colors, although all of them are tones of green. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video today. I will not be here next Monday because it's a holiday here in British Columbia. It's Victoria Day. So I will see you in 2 weeks for the next video. I'll be showing off more gorgeous products from the new catalog. If you have a suggestion for a technique or a product that you'd like to see me use on a Make It Monday video, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your suggestions. I hope you have a great couple of weeks, and I hope you remember to take some time for yourself. And if you're looking for supplies or inspiration or how-to ideas, including a virtual class featuring this bundle that you saw me use today, be sure to check out my website at inkyfingers.ca. Have a great day, everyone, and happy stampin'. Bye-bye.